is where MAGA comes to talk. Welcome one and all. And, I wanted to talk about this incredibly brave president we have. President Trump, there was another assassination attempt on him a couple of days ago by Iran that was foiled by the Israelis while the president was in Turkey. And what does he do? He faces down the Iranians. He gets on Air Force One and flies. He doesn't run off and hide. He stands up to these guys. But President Trump made an amazing statement. He's referenced this before, but I don't think he's ever been this specific as he was after this latest assassination attempt. Hold on. Dark MAGA mode engaged. Okay. He said that he left orders that there's to obliterate Iran if anything happens to him. And he talked about the 1,000 missiles aimed at Iran. Now, yeah, that's something else, huh? That is really something else. With everything that's going on with Iran now, don't you think the 1,000 missiles should be unleashed now? I mean, how many of you are tired of Iran nearly 50 years of poking the bear with terrorism all over the world and killing so many Americans, and now everything that's going on? It's really endless with them, and it's something that has to be ended. But this president has had more assassination attempts against him than all the other presidents combined. Think about that. And the liberals, the Trump derangement syndrome sufferers, the never Trumpers, think about this now. All of these assassination attempts against President Trump have all been done by people, groups, and organizations that you all are on the side of, whether it's Iran. I mean, look at this never Trumper at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the illegal Mexican migrant who organized an insane assassination plot at the UFC fight. The list goes on. I mean, what's going on here? What is President Trump doing, and what does President Trump stand for that any American could be that much against, huh? This president, those of you out there, not officials, not government officials, not party people, but those of you that are regular Democrats, regular people like me, and the rest of the MAGA movement, Donald Trump is the first president of the United States in any of our lifetimes, and arguably since George Washington's time, that's actually out there representing and fighting for us, the American people. All the other presidents, they're fighting for the donors. They're fighting for the special interest. Not this guy. He's beholden only to the American people. And for the life of me, I just don't understand why average people oppose him. When you look at American citizens, because he's the president of the United States, what is President Trump doing, proposing, or has done that any American citizen could be against? The largest tax cuts in history, closing down the border, the lowest murder rate in 126 years in this country, which is how long they've been keeping the murder rate statistics. Record stock market gains, no tax on tips. What is it? I mean, cleaning up Washington, drastically reducing crime in America's capital, Washington, D.C. I don't understand this. What you can be against. The Save America Act requiring proof of citizenship to register to vote, requiring government-issued photo ID to vote. I mean, what of these things, what is controversial if you're an American citizen? And the answer is nothing. The answer really is nothing. You know, I was watching this interesting thing about what the media have. A YouTuber, there's this vlogging couple, nice couple. They've got this channel. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it here on YouTube. It's called Yankee in the South. Yankee in the South. And it's a guy who's obviously, from the North. And he got married and moved to Tennessee. And now he's a Yankee in the logs. And he and his wife have this little tiny camper. It's so tiny you can't stand up in it, right? And they're at this campground somewhere in Tennessee for the weekend. And Yankee in the South on YouTube, check them out. And they're giving a tour of this campground they're at in Tennessee. And they're showing there's a chapel in the campground, an actual chapel. Now that's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I said, we watch the news, and the news have us convinced each other's throats, that Christianity is no longer prominent in the country, that Mamdani and Muslims are, and all this, the liberals, and that's not the case. I mean, the country is very much united. You have these liberals and the liberal pockets, New York, LA. A couple here and there in between. But most of the country are like these people at campground in Tennessee. They got the chapel in it. They got their heads screwed on straight. You really sit down and think about Trump and everything that he's about and represents. There's nothing about him that any reasonable American could truly take issue with. And you could argue, was the air campaign necessary in Iran or something? I'm not talking about that. There's always room for debate. But this guy's had so many assassination attempts. He's had, 15 or more. And they're happening all the time. There's been 3 in the last couple months, right? Iran this last week. The UFC fight with the Mexican migrant, and the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I mean, those are 3 just in the last few weeks. I mean, what the heck? It's just complete insanity. Yes, dark MAGA mode is engaged. Got a very busy morning today. But if you're an American citizen, tell me the things that make you hate Trump. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I don't think you do either. I think the never Trumpers, and I'm not talking about the political people, the politicians or foreigners. I'm talking about regular American citizens. And those of you that are opposed to Trump, who fit that group, regular American citizens, I really don't think you've thought out why you disapprove of Donald Trump so much. Because if you sit down and think about it, you probably red pill yourself. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. I'm very excited. I'll be going to Donald Trump International Airport over the weekend to make a YouTube video for you guys. Very excited. It has been raining like mad here in Florida. But that's it. That's it. You know, and President Trump, you know, everything that has been done to him, 15 or so assassination attempts. He got shot. They've arrested him. They tried to put him in prison. They've sued him. They've got these fake claims against him, all this stuff. Kangaroo courts with Trump derangement syndrome suffering juries awarding $5 million settlements to lunatics against him. All these things. And he still gets up 4 or 5 o'clock every morning and goes to work for the American people while these Trump derangement syndrome suffering lunatics continue to do all these things to him. It's really amazing what this guy has done. He's really not only the bravest American president, showed that, didn't he, again this week, but he's arguably the most patriotic president of the United States we've had too. Most of these other presidents, they treat it as a retirement. They're president, they're retired. Not this guy. I mean, once you think about, like, President Trump, he lands at 1:30 in the morning on Air Force One in D.C., flying back from Turkey, and his official schedule begins at 8 a.m. He's working. Look at Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton spent hours and hours a day in the Oval Office with Monica Lewinsky, who was running the country. What was he doing? Nothing. That's how most of them are. They do nothing. They get briefed all day. They don't do anything. The government runs itself with these other, not with this guy. Hardest working president. When he's no longer president, you guys are going to miss him. No doubt about it. It is 4:04 a.m. here on the East Coast in Florida. Welcome to the channel if you're new. And everyone, please like the video, guys. When you like the video, it gets the videos recommended to people that have not yet found the channel. So please like the video and subscribe. You know, all these big never Trumpers, they all take those Trump tax cuts. I mean, think about just no tax on tips. That's life-changing money for people that are in the tip economy. Life-changing money. Yep. Where are we here? All right. It's amazing to me how many cars are on the road at these crazy hours of the morning. Really, really does. Blows me away. Now, the Charlie Kirk trial that's been going on, I mean, my goodness, did you guys catch Benny Johnson? You know, they showed in court yesterday, and it's not available to the public. It will be eventually. But Benny Johnson, Jack Posobiec too, they were in the courtroom yesterday in the Charlie Kirk trial, and they were describing the video. They have the video in 4K, clearly showing this animal shooting Charlie Kirk. They got his license plate number on his car and everything else. I mean, Candace Owens has just been totally humiliated, but she just doesn't have the sense to admit, hey, I was wrong. She can't do it. She's done a good job of discrediting herself, I'll tell you. It's too bad. Gotta feel so bad for Erica Kirk sitting in that courtroom with the man that murdered her husband. And she's there with Charlie Kirk's parents. It's just so sad. Those poor people. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. But Benny Johnson said that Tyler Robinson, the Charlie Kirk assassin, he was not looking well. He looks like he's not eating, that he's skin and bones. You can see his bones through his clothes. It's dawned on him he's ended his life. You know, that he's going to never be free. I guess in his mind, he thought there was some possibility that he'd get away with it. I mean, there's no doubt he did it, but we don't know. I still believe he was recruited by Never Trumper forces. I still stand by that. They haven't gotten into any of that. But I don't know how Erica Kirk's going to do it. Is she going to be there in the courtroom through the whole trial? I don't know how she'll do it. Now, when the real full trial begins, this is all evidence and everything. But when the testimony starts and everything, my goodness. It's still hard to believe Charlie Kirk's gone, isn't it? It really is. It really is. It's hard to get your mind wrapped around it, isn't it? So I'm going to go to Donald John Trump International Airport today, and I'll make a vlog, and I'll upload it here on the channel. You guys will get to see it. I'm very excited, very excited. They got all the signs up outside. I haven't seen them in person yet. So I've been waiting until they got the signs up. But they have the signs up on the highway. They have the signs up at the airport. I'm very, very excited. I've been flying out of that airport since I was a little kid in the 70s, and for it to be named after Donald Trump is just amazing to me. I'm very excited. I can't wait. Very excited. The local news have been doing a lot of coverage of it, and it's hilarious. When they interview people, they interview these Trump derangement syndrome suffering Democrats that are flying in and out of it, and they're so pissed that they're flying out of an airport named after Donald Trump. It's driving them nuts. But it's official. And it'll never be changed. Very exciting. He deserves it. And I thought that was super cool that Don Jr. and Eric, they were the first ones to fly in the Donald John Trump International Airport on Trump Force One. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe, guys, okay? My name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm about at my destination, so